Hello everybody, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're back to a makeup tutorial, and this was requested actually after I did it. I think it was on the 18th of May on my Instagram, and one of my lovely followers, Niamh, requested that I make a video of it. So here it is. I'm going to be using a few palettes and I'll go through them with you as I use them. I'll tell you a little bit about my base as well, but mostly it's all about the eyeshadow. Obviously the lips are fabulous too, but please do like this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly suggest that you do, and let's get going. Well, as you can see, I've got my base on, and today I've gone for a little bit of a different base. This is the Pro Base Long Wear Matte Finish Foundation. It's by MUA, and off the top of my head I think it's about £6, and you get an amount which, oh there we go, you do get 30 mils, and I really like it actually. I usually use it as a day-to-day foundation when I'm not filming, because I try and, you know what I'm like, I'm old-fashioned. I try and save my best for best. So when I'm filming I usually use my KVD Locket foundation, or I have been trying out the Good Apple compact foundation by KVD as well, and that's also quite good. But this MUA Pro Base from Superdrug is extremely good, and £6, very good in my book. For concealer I'm using my e.l.f. Camo concealer, which is not very much money, and for powder I've set the whole thing with this Collection mattifying setting powder, and Collection are also, like MUA, cruelty free, so all good there, and extremely reasonably priced as well. I did buy some Collection concealer and eye makeup base in a little pot as well, and I can highly recommend that. Anywho, let's get on with it, and there's 3 palettes and a couple of singles involved in this look, which if you haven't got all of them it doesn't really matter. The main one is of course the Wilderness palette by Beauty Bay, and we're going to be using Ivy and Leaf from this palette. So this is Ivy, the really dark one, and this is Leaf, the nice light one. And there's no black in this palette, so that's why we're using this really dark one. Okay, so we start off looking forwards and trying to go just round the edge like this, and this is sort of a halo look, but without using any cut crease devices for the halo. So we get it going round nice and dark, fill it all in here, leave a little gap, and blow it off the nose. The thing with these Beauty Bay palettes is that even though they are superbly reasonably priced, the quality of these shadows is amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm always surprised every time I pick one out and go to use it as to how pigmented the actual colours are, and how a little bit really does go a long way. So we get that on in the general shape, and then going in with a slightly, that was just a tiny weeny flat Makeup Revolution brush actually. And now I'm going in with my Jessup 231 Luxe Petite Crease, and I'm picking up that leaf colour and just going round the edge, just little windscreen wiper motions. Get a bit here so you can see what I'm doing, and then wiggle it round in a circle just to get the ivy, the ivy colour to join in. And it's a very simple green look, this one. I never used to, see, it's quite fallouty. I never used to like wearing green that much because it was my school uniform colour, so I didn't really enjoy it as a colour. And then the older I got, the more I realised, well, green is basically nature at its best and definitely magical, so I changed my mind. Just checking in the mirror, there we go. So the next palette we're going to use, and obviously if you haven't got this, you could use one of the lighter ones in the Wilderness palette, is the Beauty Bay Youtopia palette. Sadly not sponsored by Beauty Bay, but there's, you know, a few of their things in this video. And the colour we're going to use is called Halcyon, which is this one. My Halcyon days were actually my school days as well, so that's pretty good. And then we just blend it out, go around the edge, keep blending it out. And you just go back in, do a bit more of each colour until you're happy with the result. Right, now we come to the exciting part, because glitter is always exciting. And for this, I've got my KVD Anniversary palette. And the colour that I'm going to be using is this lovely duochrome here. There, you can see it. It's sort of like a red brown, I suppose you'd call it. It's really difficult to tell which one is which in this palette because I'm not sure which way up it goes, but if I'm reading it correctly, it's the fourth one down on the right, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is Gina. So who knows? And because it's a duochrome, the very best thing to go in with, to start off with, is your finger. So we're gonna get it going. And just get it off my finger as well. It really does have a lovely shift to it. As I say, a sort of reddish, brownish, purplish, bluish, all the ishes. And then the next thing we're going to do is I've got some of this peaches and cream glitter base that I got quite recently, and it's ever so good. So we're going to, it's very, very thick and very sticky, so we're going to get a tiny little bit of that and put it down the centre like so. It's really one of the best glitter bases I've tried, to be fair. And then I've got this Pastel Roses single in the shade Merope or Merope, which you'll remember me using from previous videos and still not being able to pronounce. get it on the finger, and it is just spectacular. Load it on, and there we are. Look at that loveliness. Oh, I hear angels singing when I see this eyeshadow. Let's put a bit more over there actually. So there's that, and then just to icing on the cake as it were, I've got this Urban Decay single in the shade Zodiac, which is also a sort of greeny colour, but it's more glittery, and I'm just gonna tap it very gently round the edge like so. So you get the general gist. It's mainly green. It's green and duochrome. It's, oh, I've missed a great patch of blending out there on the top. It's blending out with the lightest greens that you can find. There we go, that's a bit better. And oh, I'll just tell you while I remember, for lips I've got the Witchcraft matte green lipstick by VE Cosmetics, and it's in the shade something I'm not going to be able to read, isn't it? Well, if you go onto VE Cosmetics website, you'll see their liquid lipsticks, and it is just called, this type of lipstick's called Witchcraft, and it's a matte dry down. I think it's called Spaceman, is it, off the top of my head? I can't remember. And then over the top I've put some of my Lottie London lip topper, which was originally, no sorry, it's not called lip topper, it's called lip foil, and it was originally in the shade, no, definitely something I can't read. It was originally white, but because I've used it so much over green and blue lipsticks, as you can see, it's turned a bit blue. So the moral of the story there is, put it on your hand and then use a lip brush. Don't use the doe foot, otherwise you'll just turn the whole thing blue or green or red or pink or whatever colour you're using. So the next step is to put some eyeliner on, and this, in keeping with the drugstore highly affordable, it's my Essence Liquid Ink liquid eyeliner, which is terrific, absolutely terrific. Can't say enough nice things about it. And then to balance this eye here, I'll be going up, and I'm using a KVD tattoo liner in Trooper, and I'm actually of course going to be bringing it down. There we go. And then give it a bit of a base down here as the other one. I mean, you can always go in with the liquid liner if you think it needs a bit of a leg up. And then using the nail art dotting tool, the fat end, a little bit of liquid liner, and there's my eyebrows done. Funny story, the other day I accidentally did one right in the crease, and every time the sun got in my eyes I was going like that. My little eyebrow dot disappeared. Right, so I'm just going to put some mascara on. Essence Lash Princess, of course, the only mascara worth buying in my opinion. If Bad Girl Bang was cruelty free and or vegan, I might try it, but it is super expensive, and this is very good. I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my other lash on, and then I will come back and we can look at the finished look together. Okay, here's the finished look. I really hope you like it, everybody, but especially Niamh, who requested it. If you have got any requests for colourways or looks or ideas that you'd like me to have a stab at, I can't promise I'll do them all, but I'll certainly take them under advisement. Okay, well, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I said at the beginning. Don't forget, if you do wish to leave me a tip for my services to YouTube, then go to my Ko-fi account and do so. Please look after all the animals that you come across, all the parts of nature that you might see or be part of or be near to. Don't forget to take a moment to yourself every now and again and just breathe, listen to the air, listen to the water, feel the sun on your face, feel the rain on your face. I went out for a run in the rain recently, it was lovely. And don't forget, my friends, wherever in the world you are, stay strange. I'll see you next time.